The whole previous period since the Princess of Wales' illness became known, and the public was told what a caring husband and father Will was, leaving his job, taking the children to school himself. Fixing Kate's pillows was overturned by one bad decision. Kensington Palace officially, through a publication in the Times, confirmed the guilt of the Princess of Wales, trying to soften with the story that in the Welsh team reshuffled staff. New assistants, good but inexperienced, however. The assistants did not notice any /errors/ before it was published, and it is believed that the princess did not share information about the editing process with her team before it became public. It was initially met with praise from courtiers. According to the source, the first red flag may have been that the seemingly perfect image was shot in just 40 minutes on Friday in Windsor. Due to time constraints, the image was to be released when the children returned from school and Prince William returned from London, where he was attending an Earthshot event at the Oval Cricket Ground. The family had a limited amount of time, because they also had to jet off to their Anne Mahal home in Sandringham for the weekend. The next day, Kate circulated the image to her team. No one ever realised it was an unfortunately clumsy attempt at editing. In retrospect, alarm bells may have been ringing when courtiers realised that the image had been taken by William, who was not renowned for his camera skills. The time frame in which the image was taken also suggests that, without editing, the Welsh are extremely lucky that an amateur like William was able to take such an eye-catching shot. William and Catherine's team is in a state of transition following a restructuring. The company has announced a search for an executive director, but has yet to announce the successful candidate. The widely respected Jean-Christophe Gray, a civil servant and former spokesman for David Cameron when he was Prime Minister, was Prince William's private secretary until he recently moved back into government. Instead, William and Kate have new private secretaries, both respected but new to their roles. Ian Patrick joined the Prince of Wales team last month as Gray's successor. A former private secretary to Lord Ashdown, Patrick has an exemplary track record. The Princess, meanwhile, has hired Lt. Col. Tom White to fill a post that had been vacant for at least a year after Hannah Cockburn-Logie left. And now royal experts are asking in shock, how could William let a sick Kate take the blame? From an article by Maureen Callahan for the Daily Mail, a newspaper very loyal to the royal family. How could the palace let Kate take the blame? Not since the moon landing has there been so much conspiracy around the authenticity of a photograph. A simple family snapshot of Kate with her children, meant to quiet rumours about her health and character, has been exposed as a fake, a fraud, a Frankenstein. It's also the royal family's biggest PR blunder in years. And instead of denying rumours about Kate's health, fears were only heightened by the fact that she was so unwell that releasing an unedited photo was impossible. Worst of all, it gave her supporters from Montecito an opportunity they took extremely unpleasant advantage of. This is not a mistake Meghan could ever make, a source close to the Sussexes told the press. Melodrama. As if Harry and Meghan are paragons of trust and decency. What made this mess worse was the apology Kate issued on Monday. She fell on her sword, writing a post that minimises her skills and makes her look like an indecisive, foolish woman, rather than the worthy future queen she is. Like many amateur photographers, I sometimes experiment with photo editing, she wrote. Let's unpack that first line, shall we? Kate was an art history graduate. She had been her family's unofficial staff photographer since her first child was born 10 years ago. It's safe to assume that Kate has an understanding of composition, lighting, colour theory, and the like. But here she is forced to describe herself as a mere amateur who has been experimenting, and she's not very good at it. I would like to apologise for any confusion caused by the family photo we shared yesterday. She continued. Note the we. She didn't do it alone. A publication like this goes through many layers, through aides and private secretaries, and perhaps even the king. So where is Prince William? Why hasn't he taken the blame? After all, he did take the photo. Even if no one believed he was the one behind the crappy Photoshop. Most of us certainly don't believe it was Kate, who was too sick to drive or, according to William, even watch BAFTA-nominated movies, he would have earned the respect of the world for standing in front of his wife and taking the hits. Instead, he remains silent. It makes Kate look like a simpleton. And there's a flavour of misogyny here, too, the little woman who tried her best but blew it. If William and Kate's older children don't see this controversy online, they're probably hearing about it at school, that their sick mother is to blame. It's a disgrace. Kate is the future of the crown. She is the Windsors' most brilliant asset, the one with reserves of global goodwill. Does anyone think the sick Kate actually sat around 10 o'clock at night fiddling with this? Callaghan has collected almost every question that has arisen in the wake of this situation.